guys, welcome back to Cup of Joe Beauty. Do y'all see my mug? Class is in session. With school right around the corner, I thought this would be a great time to do a back to school beauty basic look. So this look is super natural, very easy to do, and very wearable for every day, especially in the classroom or at your school. And so if you guys want to see this look, keep watching. So since this is a very fun and wearable look, but it's not going to be crazy on the eyes, I'm going to do my face first. So the first thing I'm going to start out with is the Professional Primer from Benefit. So I'm going to get about a dime-sized amount and just start rubbing it all over my face. I start right here underneath my eyes and on my nose and into my chin area and also on my forehead. The reason I'm starting here is because this is where my pores are most enlarged. So I'm getting the most product right here to get the best results. And then from there, I'm just going to rub it all over my face. Make sure that it's smoothed in everywhere so that way my entire face has a nice smooth application, and the makeup is gonna go on super smooth on top of it and come out super flawless. So going in with the actual base for the face, I'm going to be using Born This Way foundation in shade Light Beige, and I'm going to be using the Too Faced Kabuki brush to blend it in. This actually gives a really nice finish to it. I like it better applying this foundation than actually with a beauty blender or with a sponge. I'm only using 2 pumps on my entire face, and the reason that I am using this foundation is because it is very light. It is medium buildable coverage, so it's not going to be insanely heavy to be wearing to school every day. And I'm just going to buff it in little circular motions. And then you always want to make sure that when you are finished blending your foundation, that you finish in a downward stroke. And the reason for this is because everyone, don't feel bad, everyone has little baby hairs on their face. And so when you go up like this and finish like that, the foundation on your face kind of acts like glue for the hairs to stand up with, and it'll make your makeup look really, really cakey. So no matter if you buff it in circles or up and down, however you want to do it, just make sure you're finishing in a downward stroke to make sure that your foundation looks really, really flawless. So since, you know, school encourages you to study and do lots of homework, you're probably going to be a little tired. So in order to go in under my eyes and brighten them up, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is in shade Light Medium. I had someone comment on my last video asking about how to do under eyes. So my best trick is, the most common complaint that I get is that people are saying, oh, my concealer's creasing a lot under my eyes. And you know, a little bit of creasage is kind of unavoidable just because there is separation and like divots in the skin right there. So the best tip I can give you is, you don't actually want to apply it right underneath your lash line. You still want to apply it in what's called your triangle of light right here. But you want to have a little bit of space. The thing is, you want to give yourself a little bit of space because most of the time the reason you're seeing that like emphasis on your creasing is because there's a buildup of product. And so when you give yourself that little bit of space and just blend up with the bare minimum of what you need, you're not going to have too much product right there. It's not going to be sitting in the fine lines, and you're not going to be noticing like a bunch of creasing throughout the day. And this way you still get that brightness and that awake look without looking like your eyes look like cakey and like there's too much makeup and it just doesn't work. So because this is just kind of an easy breezy beautiful look, I don't want to go super heavy and contour my face. So all I did was just lighten up my eyes, and now what I'm going to be doing is setting my face, and I'm using the NYX HD finishing powder. I am really particular about my powders just because I have dry skin, and I notice a lot of times powders can kind of emphasize that. And so I am very, very particular. So if you have a powder you would like me to try out, or one you've been thinking about trying, let me know which one you were thinking, because I really, you know, I'm looking for some new suggestions. Anything that you want to try that you haven't tried yet, comment it down below so I can give it a whirl and maybe try it in the next video. But what I'm going to do is just kind of pat this all over my face. When you're setting your foundation or anything that's kind of wet, you don't want to drag it, you want to tap, because when you drag, you'll disturb it and it will just not look good at all. So to kind of warm up and contour my face without actually contouring it, I'm going to be using the Tartiste Pro Glow Palette. This is something that's really nice for traveling because it comes with four highlighters and also a powder contour and a cream contour shade. And I'm just going in with the contour slash bronzer powder, and I'm actually just going to be dabbing this onto my cheeks at first. The reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to disrupt anything below this. So this gives me that, you know, nice shadow angle without messing too much with the foundation and everything that I put below. I feel nice and chiseled out. So what I'm going to be setting my face with is the All-Nighter Setting Spray from Urban Decay. The reason I'm setting my face right now before my highlighter is because I'm just trying to kind of like melt all the powders together so I don't look cakey, and I'm going to leave this on my face before the highlighter so it kind of acts like glue for the highlighter to grab onto and be really vibrant. Okay, so going in with the same Tartiste palette, I'm going in with the two lightest shades for highlighter, Strobe and Stunner, and I'm going to be applying this at the highest, oh, look at that, highest points of my cheekbones, and then I'm also going to be applying this on the bridge of my nose. I kind of have like a chubby little nose, so I like to contour it. I was thinking for my next video I would do how to contour basics. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that, because I know it's a lot of people don't know how to do that, or like they're scared to do it. And so I thought it'd be a good video to make. We could do cream and powder. I personally like contouring with powder. Okay, so now for the fun part, I'm going to start on the eyes. I'm going to be using the I Want Candy palette from Too Faced. I don't think you can get this anymore, but this palette has a lot of light neutral shades, a lot of pinks, and so it's something really fun and easy to use every single day, which is nice for school. So to set my eye, because I did put foundation on my eyes, sort of a primer, I'm going to be using Banana Cream Pie. It is just kind of like a yellowy neutral color. I'm going to use this to set my eyeballs before I actually get in with the colors. This is really important to do because if you do not set your eyes, when you put vibrant colors on top of something that's wet, the pigment and powder will grab it and it'll come out really uneven and really blotchy looking. Oh, I am actually going to start with the crease first. We are going to go through and cut out the crease and give some nice dimension, and then I am going to start with the lid. I like doing the crease first just because I like the look a little bit better when the lid is kind of cut out. Not an actual cut crease, just gives it a little bit better definition. So what I'm using right now is Cream Puff. It is a very, so you can see it, Cream Puff right there. It is a very neutral kind of beigeish tan color, and I'm just using this. This is going to be my first transition shade. One thing that I like to tell people is that when you are doing your eyeshadow, you're trying to give the illusion of a higher arch or a higher crease right here. And the reason to do that is because we want to make your lids look as open as possible. So when I'm going in with my transition shade, or like the lightest shade, I actually go just a little bit above. So you can see I'm kind of applying it right here, but I'm getting the color right here to where it's actually on my brow bone more than my actual crease. Okay, so now that I am done with the lightest shade, Cream Puff, I'm going to go in with Pastry right here. This is more of a darker caramel color. This has a little bit more warmth to it, which is really nice for green eyes especially. But we're just going to kind of start layering this in. And you want to remember that when you're doing a smoky eye or anything that's transitioning, you always want to start with the lightest shade closest to your brow bone, and then as the shades get darker, they come closer to your eye. And that's going to give the illusion of basically your lashes are the flame and the smoke is going up, and y'all know as smoke goes, it kind of dissipates the higher it gets, and that's the same idea of what we're going for on the eyeshadow. So now that it is all up in my crease, I like to add a little bit of dimension underneath my lower lash line. So what I'm doing is I'm just going in with a flat eyeshadow brush. I'm going with Cream Puff, the first color we used, and I'm just applying that all around my lower lash line. I find this makes my eyes look a little bit bigger because what it's doing is giving the illusion of the shadow being down here, and it kind of makes it look like your eyes are like bigger, like the actual ball of your eye is bigger. And then I'm going to use the same brush and take Pastry, the second color we used, and just kind of tap this or brush it on the outer corner, not as far in as we went with the first shade, just enough to kind of give a nice little ombre effect and to have it blend a little bit better with the look we just did. Okay, so now that that's all done, we're going to go in and do the lid. I'm not doing a cut crease today, but I do like to emphasize the lid. So what I'm going to do is go in with this Frosted Pink color. It is a very light shimmery pink color, And what I'm going to do is just kind of pack this on the lid. And I'm not going to go too crazy with this. This is just adding that like extra definition and making sure you really see the difference between the lid and the crease without going too crazy. I am just using a flat eyeshadow brush from Lancome, and I'm going to kind of just brush it all over the lid and then kind of like flick it up into the crease. It's not as drastic as a difference as a cut crease, like I said earlier, but you do still get that definition, and it does make your eyes look really nice. Okay, so my dog went crazy, so y'all kind of missed that. But I went in with the color Whipped Cream, which is a nice kind of champagne-ish white shimmer shade. And I popped that underneath my brow bone arches, and I just kind of blended it in with my finger. And then I also took that same color and put it right here on my inner corner, just to add to that look of being nice, bright, and awake, and ready to conquer the day at school. But this is not super like starch white, like the Frosted Highlight from Jeffree Star, where it's like white. This is kind of subtle, but it still gives you that definition and that brightness and that nice sparkle or shimmer that you're looking for. Okay, so we're about to start on the eyeliner, but before I do, I'm going to go in with a little lip gloss. The reason I'm doing this right now is because I'm using the Lip Injection Extreme from Too Faced. And this is a plumping lip gloss, so my lips look nice and full all day. But I'm giving this a chance to work and kind of activate while I'm doing my eye makeup or finishing up before I go in with my lip product. So that way my lips look nice and full when I put on my liquid lipstick. So my lips are nice and glossed up, so I'm going to do the eyeliner. I'm just going to do a really simple winged eyeliner. I'm going to be using the sketch marker from Too Faced in just the traditional black color. Sometimes I go without eyeliner, but for the most part, I like having a nice wing on my eyes. I think it adds to a really good look and kind of finishes it off, especially if I'm not wearing falsies, because eyeliner will kind of make your eyelashes look fuller, and it really finishes off the look real well, to be honest. So now that my eyeliner is on, I'm going to go in with mascara. I already told you guys in my last video on how to apply falsies that my favorite mascara is the Better Than Sex from Too Faced, which is what I'm using today. Just in case you guys did not know, this mascara, actually you're supposed to apply it 3 times, but I mean this is just once, and you can already see a huge difference. But to get optimal results, you're supposed to apply it 3 times, because, you know, 3rd time's a charm. I like to go in and kind of roll my mascara on. I'm not going to be wearing falsies for this look just because it is for back to school, and when you're getting up at 7 a.m. you just don't have time to glue on eyelashes, and I want this look to be super wearable and easy to achieve for everybody. The lashes are nice and, you know, blacked up, so I'm going to go in and do my eyebrows. What I'm using for my eyebrows is actually an eyeshadow. You're never going to get more natural looking brows with an eyeshadow, but it might not stay the longest. I just personally prefer my eyebrows done with an eyeshadow, and I actually use the shade Faint from the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette right here. And this is nice too because this is a mini palette, and so you can take this bad boy anywhere. Eyebrows are nice and filled in, and I'm going to set them with Benefit Gimme Brow. This is just a brow gel, but it also helps with brow growth because I have sad little thin brows, and I want them to come in, you know, nice and strong. But all I'm doing is just rubbing my hairs down in the motion that they grow, or that they should grow in the direction they should lay, to make sure that my brows look nice and clean all day. Let me know if you guys would like an in-depth full brow tutorial, like on how to pluck them, how to shape them based on like your face and how they should lay and all that, and how to fill them in, because I would be down for that, because nobody needs to be messing up those brows. They're the most important thing. They frame your face. They should always slay. My face is done, my eyes are done, and my eyebrows are done. So last thing I'm going to do is go in with a lipstick. I am using the Urban Decay Nocturnal lipstick in the color Fireball. This is just a really pretty orangish nude color. I don't want to go into something too crazy or too heavy like a liquid lipstick because it's everyday wearable for school. And I really like wearing a cream lipstick, honestly. I love liquid lipsticks for longevity, but I love cream lipsticks and how they have a really soft, kind of dewy or glossy finish to them. So I'm just going to rub this all over my lips, and as you can see, it's really sheer, not too crazy color, just enough to give you a little something something. And yeah. This is really easy to apply. You don't have to like cut it out like you do with a liquid lipstick and go in with the liner and all of that. And I have noticed though that the Urban Decay, even just their lipsticks like this, do stay on a long time. Okay, the very last step is finishing it all again with the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. If I could open it. We're just going to spray your whole face with this to make sure that everything is set in place for your 7-hour school day. So this is the finished back to school look. I hope you guys like this. This was really fun to do. I know school is right on the corner, and I personally don't go to school anymore. I am out of school, but I do like this kind of natural everyday look, and so I thought it'd be a really good thing for you guys to see and something to kind of, you know, wear every day while you're walking down the hallway, slaying away. If you guys have any questions or anything you'd like to see in the next video, please comment them down below. I love hearing what you guys want to see or what you guys want to do in the next video, any questions you have, and any products you want me to try. And I would love to see you guys subscribe and share this video to anyone who might find it useful. I love seeing it on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And I will see you guys on Friday.